little lunchtime transfer update for you. Later on, from 5 to 7 on the main channel, there will be a sort of live transfer show where hopefully, well, deadline's at 7 o'clock, where hopefully we can talk you through all the deals that are happening. And then later on tonight, after that, I will be back on here with basically a roundup of what's happened. But for now, well, it appears that the deal for a Gerd to Marseille is going through. It's gone through. He's held the shirt up, all that type of stuff, as has Emerson, which means we are on the lookout for another central defender. Now, there's been 3 main names named today. Earlier on, when I did my knife for Gerd sort of snaky type video, I did mention Igor from Brighton Hove Albion. I tell you what, old Fabrizio Romano has not had a good transfer window for West Ham. I may be very accurate on other clubs. Maybe he's had an excellent transfer window for Arsenal or Brentford or whatever. Bayer Leverkusen. For West Ham, he's not been very good. He's an I don't know rather than an in the know. He said earlier on, he didn't quite give it a here we go. I don't think he'll ever do that again on a West Ham deal, considering the backlash he got. But he seemed to be indicating that, you know, that the deal was in the offing for Igor. He's going from Brighton to Crystal Palace, which is a weird one because obviously they're rivals. They're not particularly kind to each other, those the 2 sets of fans. So yeah, Igor will not be coming to West Ham. I don't know. I can't be disappointed. I can't say to you this morning I don't know anything about him, and then suddenly sort of feign disappointment. Now, don't know. All I really care about is that we get somebody who's more committed to the cause than Knife for Gerd. So you know, that in itself would be good. The Charlie Cresswell one. Now, Sky Sports this morning were reporting that there was interest in Charlie Cresswell. We discussed him briefly earlier on. I wasn't sure whether that was just us willing him and wanting to sign him, because I really liked him, as I've said on previous videos. Thought for England under 21s he was really good. Yeah, Quansah was the elegant one, bringing it out for the back and from the back and all the rest of it. I really felt that Cresswell was the one with the leadership, you know, you shall not pass, nitty, gritty, hurly-burly defender. That's what I think we benefit from, particularly when we're shipping goals up until yesterday anyway. So I really wanted Charlie Cresswell, and I actually thought the Toulouse price tag of about 13 million, I thought, well, that seems quite reasonable, actually, particularly if we're going to end up getting whatever it is, £19 million for Knife for Gerds. There's no way Charlie Cresswell will be on the wages that a Gerds on. What's not to like? Anyway, I think it's the way it would appear that the Toulouse social media are going on. They feel they've got nothing to lose. Sorry. Anyway, it looks like they're getting more confident of keeping him. Let's put it that way, which is a shame. Which leaves us with Chelsea defender Axel Disasi. Now, I don't know how true this is, but when we were doing our Patreon breakfast this morning... No, it wasn't breakfast, was it? It was our Patreon player ratings from yesterday's game. I think it was James that said on there in the live chat, he says they call him Axel Disaster. I don't know how true that is. Why would James make it up? He wouldn't, would he? By the way, somebody accused me the other day of banning James from the chat. I've not banned James from the chat. Nothing remotely like it. Thank you very much. Anyway... yeah, so James had said that in Patreon. I don't know. On loan from Chelsea, just don't, honestly, don't know. It's anyone is up for grabs at the moment, as far as I'm concerned. The other rumour, which has probably got a little bit more traction, which is that this has come from both Jacob Steinberg and Florian Plettenberg. You don't have to have a berg at the end of your name to do this stuff, by the way. He is from Braga. Well, he's not from Braga, having said that. He's a central defender, and his name is Bright Arrey-Mbi. He's from Cameroon. He moved to England when he was 11. So he's got like dual, triple nationality. Was in Norwich's academy. Then he went to Chelsea's academy. Then he went to Bayern Munich's academy. This guy, I mean, literally, in terms of actual moving from country to country, he's moved a lot. And between clubs, he's moved a lot as well. I think he's only in his early 20s, 22, something like that. Yeah, so he moved from Chelsea to Germany to Bayern Munich. And I think he made his debut for Bayern Munich reserve, something like that. Anyway, he's moved around quite a lot. He's at Braga at the moment. Young centre-back. Apparently we've been in talks with him for quite a while. So I I don't mind that because a few people are saying, well, why haven't we got it done if we've been in talks for him for quite a while? Well, maybe we were waiting to see if a Gerd was going to be leaving before we can sanction the purchase of somebody else. And it may well be with any one of these deals that the easiest thing to do now is to get them on loan with an option or an obligation. Then we get the deal, more over the line, whatever, next year if they work out or whatever the case may be. So I don't have a problem with players coming in on loan because there does seem to be a tendency, nowadays more often than not that you're able to make those loans into permanent transfers. So I don't mind this, particularly if it's the right type of player and it's the right character. The other bit of news, which is, so I guess there is news, so there wasn't any news, there is. Lewis Orford. Lewis Orford is going to Stevenage. Now, Stevenage have started the season really well. I think they're second, just behind Cardiff in League One. I think this is a really good move for Orford. He's not going to get any game time at West Ham. And I would imagine, I don't think this has been done last minute, and apparently he's on there, he's travelled for the medical, and the medical's happening now. I think this is good for everyone, and even Freddie Potts is struggling to get into the team, and he was deemed to be the chosen one this season, wasn't he? There's no doubt that he's going to find it a little bit more difficult, I think, now we're at the League Cup, to get some game time. It depends. Look, if Irving goes, then Potts is going to see more action, but, we haven't even seen Magassa yet, so he's going to play. It's just hard to believe that Potts is going to get more game time. Maybe if Irving and Rodriguez leave, then quite possibly you could say, okay, well, this is possibly going to happen. He's going to get more game time. But Orford wasn't. So I think this is a really, really good move for Lewis. And I think he's going to go to a club who are on the up. And as long as he gets game time, what's not to like about this? I think he'll go there and I think he'll thrive. Very, very talented playmaker. Really good, really good. I think this is very good for him, very good for West Ham, and very good for Stevenage. You want it to work out for everybody, don't you? Callum Marshall, I mean, he doesn't look like he's getting a sniff. Let's get him out. I don't want to stall his progress. I think he's a really talented player. I think he can become a very talented player. Get him out as well. Ollie Scarl's a little bit more difficult, I think, to call this one, just only because when Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Magic Diouf, he's Magic again now, you notice, when they go to the African Cup of Nations, we're going to need Ollie Scarls, aren't we? So I don't know if we can put him out on a 6-month loan or something and we can recall him on the 1st of January. I think that would be a sensible thing to do. That's what I'd be looking to do at the moment. I think we'll get back a far better player than goes out. He needs experience. He needs to play. I'd certainly be looking to find the right club for him. Again, we've left it very late. Very, very late to do this stuff. I can understand why we wouldn't want to go and buy a central defender until we'd sold Nye for Gerd. I get that there would be a reason for doing that. I don't get why we're leaving it till deadline day to get our youngsters out on loan. We didn't need to wait. There's no excuse. There's no money excuse. There's nothing. So I wish we'd have done that a little bit earlier. But good luck to Lewis Orford. I'll be back later on. Myself and G will be back later on. I hope there's lots more to happen. I think we'll be bringing in at least one more player. I tell you what, it's gone very quiet on the striker front. Very, very quiet. And I know I mentioned it earlier. I do worry that Callum Wilson's scoring has maybe made the club, maybe made David Sullivan think, oh, you know what, I don't need a striker. I still think we do, but really pleased that Wilson played like that. I want him to do well at West Ham. Obviously want West Ham to do well, but we really are an injury away from, having something of a little striker crisis, which maybe, I've answered my own question with Callum Marshall going. Maybe we're waiting for a striker to come in before we sanction a deal to let him go. Anyway, I'll catch up with you later.